I talked to a fireman once, and he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. When they're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up, and they're landing on bushes, and those bushes are going up, and everything's dry. And once it happens in a way where it's so spread out that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
You just have to evacuate, right?
Nothing they can do. They just got to get out of there.
Did Joe Rogan predict the devastating Los Angeles wildfires, or was it just a chilling coincidence? In today's video, we uncover the eerie accuracy of Rogan's 2024 warning about a firestorm that could burn LA to the ground. From viral podcast clips to the current inferno sweeping the city of angels, we'll explore what Rogan said, how it's unfolding now, and what it means for the future. Was he right, lucky, or simply echoing warnings we've ignored for years? Stick around as we dive into this fiery topic and the lessons we must learn before it's too late. The prediction that shook social media. In a July 2024 episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, Joe Rogan sat down with comedian Sam Morrill. What started as a casual conversation turned into a haunting prophecy about the potential devastation of Los Angeles wildfires. Sporting a Los Angeles Fire Department t-shirt, Rogan recounted a chilling conversation with a firefighter. He said, one day, the wind will hit just right, and a fire will rip through LA all the way to the ocean. And there won't be a asterisk-ing thing we can do about it. Asterisk. According to Rogan, the firefighter explained how the city's dry conditions and unpredictable winds make it a ticking time bomb. The winds, he said, could carry embers across vast distances, turning small flames into uncontrollable infernos. 2025. A fiery reality. Fast forward to January 2025, and Rogan's words feel disturbingly prophetic. Los Angeles is engulfed in flames. Over 2,000 structures have been reduced to ash, at least 5 lives have been lost, and thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate, leaving behind everything they own. One of the most devastating fires, dubbed the Sunset Fire, has swept through iconic areas like the Hollywood Hills and Runyon Canyon. Entire neighborhoods have been evacuated, with Hollywood Boulevard eerily deserted. Witnesses described flames exploding in size as dense brush and high winds fuel the inferno. Embers leap ahead of the main blaze, setting buildings ablaze and spreading chaos. Rogan's wildfire warning goes viral.
I talked to a fireman once, and he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a thing we can do about it.
Clips of Joe Rogan's 2024 podcast have flooded social media, sparking intense discussions. Fans and critics alike are weighing in. Comments range from awe at Rogan's foresight to frustration that such warnings, echoed by experts for years, were not taken seriously. Joe called it, "La's been sitting on a powder keg for years. Why didn't anyone listen to Joe Rogan's wildfire warnings?" Even Rogan himself joined the conversation, resharing the clip on his Instagram story with the caption, "And here we are. This is projected to be the most catastrophic wildfire in our country's history, a history of concerns." This isn't the first time Rogan has addressed the wildfire crisis. In past episodes, he discussed LA's vulnerability, his personal experiences evacuating due to fires, and broader climate change issues. Back in 2018, during fires near his Bell Canyon home, Rogan described seeing the homes around him burn to the ground. By 2019, he was interviewing experts like journalist David Wallace Wells, discussing California's increasing wildfire risks. Rogan's consistent focus on wildfires reflects an understanding of the critical factors driving these disasters, an understanding that echoes the warnings of countless experts who have been urging action for years. The causes behind the catastrophe. The wildfires raging through Los Angeles today are not merely acts of nature. They are the result of a perfect storm of factors. Dry conditions, years of drought have turned the landscape into a tinderbox. High winds. The infamous Santa Ana winds fan the flames, carrying embers across neighborhoods. Urban sprawl. Expanding developments encroach on fire-prone areas, putting more people and structures in harm's way. Climate change. Rising temperatures and unpredictable weather patterns exacerbate wildfire risks. These elements create a lethal combination, one that requires urgent attention from policymakers, urban planners, and communities. The aftermath. Devastation and reflection. As of now, the Sunset Fire alone has scorched over 50 acres near Hollywood, forcing mass evacuations and gridlocking roads. Residents have abandoned their cars in panic, leaving bulldozers to clear paths for emergency vehicles. Meanwhile, local leaders face mounting criticism. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, who cut the city's fire department budget by $17.6 million in 2024, has remained silent amidst the chaos. Firefighters, overwhelmed and underfunded, are doing their best to combat an unprecedented crisis. Lessons from Rogan's prediction. Rogan's words have reignited conversations about wildfire prevention and climate change. But the question remains, was his prediction luck or a warning we should have heeded? Here are some takeaways. Listen to the experts. Rogan's firefighter friend echoed what climate scientists and emergency planners have been saying for years. Wildfires in California are not a matter of if but when. Invest in prevention. Budget cuts to firefighting resources highlight the urgent need for better funding, proactive measures, and infrastructure upgrades. Adapt and prepare. From stricter building codes to better evacuation plans, La must adapt to its new reality as a fire-prone city. The failure to heed warnings, whether from experts, frontline workers, or even podcasters like Rogan, underscores the cost of inaction in the face of clear and present dangers. Joe Rogan, right or lucky? Was Joe Rogan truly ahead of his time, or was his prediction a product of common sense and awareness? While his words now seem prophetic, they reflect the insights of those on the front lines. Firefighters, climate experts, and residents who have witnessed California's increasing vulnerability to wildfires. Rogan's conversation with the firefighter highlights the importance of listening to those who understand the risks firsthand. Whether it was foresight or a lucky guess, his warning serves as a wake-up call to take these threats seriously before they spiral out of control. The question isn't just about Rogan's accuracy, but why such warnings, echoed by experts for years, weren't acted upon sooner. What's next for Los Angeles? As the city battles its worst fires in history, the focus must shift to recovery, prevention, and long-term resilience. From increased investment in firefighting resources to addressing climate change and urban planning challenges, the lessons from this tragedy must guide future decisions. One thing is clear: conversations about climate change, wildfire prevention, and emergency preparedness can no longer remain in the background. It's time for collective action to protect communities, infrastructure, and lives. What do you think? Did Joe Rogan truly predict the LA wildfires, or was it a coincidence rooted in common sense? More importantly, what can we do to prevent this from happening again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful discussions. Together, we can learn from these tragedies and build a safer, more resilient future. Stay safe, stay informed, and stay hopeful.